Now, educational support for Detroit schools, that is the goal for so many trying to help our children with education. And we are joined right now by Dr. David Heiber. He is part of a great group, and I don't want to say it wrong. Is it Concentric? Concentric
yes.
Education Solutions. So let's back up a little bit.
Absolutely.
And talk about, when did you start the organization, and what was the impetus behind your thought process?
So I started Concentric in 2010, and prior to that, I was a teacher and administrator. I was the youngest administrator in Baltimore City at the time. We spent 1 year in the classroom, and going through just being a principal and an administrator, we just knew that there were so many more things that students and families needed, particularly for our most at-risk students. And I was given an opportunity in 2010 to start Concentric, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was an educator, not a business person, but we knew that we had to put students at the center of what happened. And we've been going ever since. 14 years. We have grown from 20 employees pre-pandemic to 200.
Wow.
In the past year.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Now, we're talking about, especially here in Detroit, students of color, they fall behind, absenteeism, and all different things, the same things that a lot of cities are dealing with around the country. What does Concentric do to help that?
So I think our approach is a little bit unique. I don't think it's nothing new. It's innovative, just how we connect three primary services. Home visits, where we knock on doors. So since 2010, we're about 350,000 home visits
350,000
home visits in. And I know I've about 75,000 in.
Wow.
So we knew that we were doing home visits to try to figure out why students were not coming. What were the barriers? What were the challenges?
Wow.
The challenge was that when we brought that information back, schools had so many competing priorities, they couldn't do much with it, so we started mentoring. So now we have a two-pronged attack. And then post-pandemic, when a lot of students were not coming back or virtual or being virtual, they knew that they needed tutoring. So we start adding tutoring. So it's our unique, I think the unique approach of home visits, mentoring, and then tutoring. Wraparounds. And putting students at the center of what we do.
350,000 home visits. How important is that to go into the home? Because that's a lot. And by the way, 15 states, 200 schools. He's helping a lot of people, not just here in Michigan. But that is a commitment right there. And when you go into a home, how do you assess?
We simply ask, what are the barriers? What are the challenges? How can we convey your message to the school? You don't try to solve the problem right then during the home visit. You're trying to build a relationship and break down the barriers and assess what do they need. And the less you talk and the more you just listen, the more that students and families feel comfortable. And that's kind of been our so-called secret sauce. We do home visits we used to say 365 days a year. Now it's 362. We take 3 days a year off. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and since this year, Easter, just because we were told to.
Nice. Nice. Well, we appreciate what you do. I wish I had more time for people, even schools that want to get more information from you, because you're already working with some schools in this area. Where can people find you online?
I think the best way to look at us or find us is concentricworld.com, as well as our website, which is concentriced.org. All of our services are there. The way to get in contact with us is there as well.
Good job. Now you see it right there on your screen, concentriced.org. Check him out. He's doing some great work.